Hi everyone, Namaste. I am Sujit Patra. I'm I'm welcoming to my channel Sujit Patra Ekdam Real Estate. So hope you are all in good spirit and good health. But today we'll discuss about one of the important chapter, that is CIBIL. Because as you know, CIBIL is a very difficult and challenging chapter in our day-to-day life, because we face lot of difficulties due to the CIBIL while availing the loan, or while applying for a credit card or personal loan, or for any loan, for loans and advances for from a banks or financial institutions. So actually सिबिल होता क्या है, सिबिल चीज क्या है? सो बेसिकली सिबिल इज ए स्कोर एक्चुअली. सो आप जैसे लोन के लिए अप्लाई करेंगे, सो आपका लोन डिसाइड होता है, जो रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट जो डिसाइड होता है ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द सिबिल स्कोर. तो ये सिबिल स्कोर क्या होता है? हमारा सिबिल स्कोर अगर अच्छा होता है तो हमको लोन का प्राइसिंग अच्छा मिलता है. अगर खराब होता है तो लोन में बी रिजेक्टेड और द loan का rate of interest may be increased. So we'll discuss in thread and beer about the CIBIL score. What is CIBIL? So आज हम ये वीडियो पे डिस्कस करेंगे. So the CIBIL is actually, the full form is Credit Information Bureau India Limited. So इंडिया में it is a informatory depository. So इंडिया में there are 4 information repository है. So that is TransUnion CIBIL, Equifax, CRIP 5 marks and Experian. There are 4 information depository, or we call it as, commonly we call it as CIBIL. So ये जो CIBIL जो है, स्कोर जो है, ये 3 डिजिट के ऊपर डिपेंड, 3 डिजिट का स्कोर है, and it starts from lowest is 300 and the highest is 900. So 300 के 900 के बीच में ये सिबिल का स्कोर डिपेंड करता है, जिसके ऊपर आपका लोन का प्राइसिंग, सैंक्शन वगैरह डिपेंड करता है. तो ये सिबिल जो स्कोर है, it depends mainly जो आपका जो लोन का जो good credit history. Credit history means suppose you have availed a loan, and what is repayment track record? That is called credit history. That means how you have repaid timely or promptly, or in a as per your loan's terms and conditions or not. If there is a delay, then definitely if it will affect your CIBIL score. So what are the factors generally affect the CIBIL scores? So how we can increase those CIBIL scores? What are the factors? And suppose there are some mistakes in the CIBIL score, how to check that, how to rectify that, and how to check it online also. All these things we will discuss in the current video. So what is CIBIL factors? What are the factors? The main factors is the credit repayment history. So the credit repayment history, actually all the banks, financial institutions, they share the credit details to the information repository, that is the CIBIL, twice in a month. महीने में 2 बार every financial institution and bank, since they are members into the CIBIL, so they share the details to the CIBIL. So and and they keep the records for the last 7 years. So whatever loans you have availed during the last 7 years, so all the things will be reflected in your credit history. So and that's why your timely repayment of the loan is very, very important. Suppose you delayed in a particular loan, then how it will affect? So suppose you delay in a particular loan, then it will affect your scores, and your scores may come down, and it will affect the loan eligibility amount also. Your loan amount may also be reduced, and it leads to the higher interest rate also. Suppose your credit scores comes down, then it will increase the chances of increasing the interest rate also. And the most important factor is it shows your poor financial management or the poor monetary management, and it affects the future credit appraisal also. So that's why the credit timely repayment of loan is very important for maintaining a good CIBIL score. And what is our credit utilization ratio? This is also a very important, because suppose you have availed a credit limit of 5 lakhs in a credit card. So suppose if you are availing the higher credit limit, that also affects your CIBIL score, because the bank will treat it that you are in dire need of funds. So that's why always try to be within the limit. Don't exceed the higher limit, or you reduce the your utilizations. Similarly, your credit mix also very important things, because क्रेडिट मिक्स में हम दो चीज डिस्कस करते हैं. एक तो सिक्योर्ड लोन है और एक अनसिक्योर्ड लोन है. सिक्योर्ड लोन क्या है? इट इज बैक्ड बाय सम सिक्योरिटी, सो इट इज कॉल्ड सिक्योर्ड लोन. सो सिक्योर्ड लोन में जनरली इट कम्स ऑटो लोन्स, होम लोन्स, बिजनेस लोन्स also. So these are called security or backed by a collateral. And there is unsecured loan like credit card or personal loans. So these are all unsecured loans. So these unsecured loans are not backed by any security. So the bankers generally they give much emphasis on the unsecured loan, how you are repaying the unsecured loan. And if suppose if you are failed in any unsecured loan, then it will affect more in your credit scores. Then about your recent credit inquiries. Suppose don't go on window shopping from one institution to another institutions. Suppose if you made a lot of inquiries to different institutions or made multiple inquiries, that will also affect your credit score. Because if you go on doing this multiple inquiries, then the lender or the banks will treat that you are in urgent need of money or loan or funds. So that's why, and it will go to a negative way. So that's why don't make any continuous inquiry. Rather you ask for a inquiry sheet. Don't apply. So these are the important factors. अभी हम डिसाइड करेंगे हाउ टू इंक्रीज आवर क्रेडिट स्कोर. सो देर आर मल्टीपल वेज वी कैन इंक्रीज आवर क्रेडिट स्कोर इन और द CIBIL score. How we can increase our CIBIL score or the credit score, you can say. The best way is to increase the score is to pay your bills online or pay your debt, pay your regular EMI timely or in a as per your terms only. And because the most important factor is the during the last 12 months how you have repaid your loans. So that is the most important factor, and to make it maximize, give some online mandate or you give specific instruction to the banks. Suppose if you are forgetting to pay the EMI timely, you give some standing instruction to the bank to pay as per the auto instructions. And the second point is that you start building your credit history. Suppose you start repaying some loans. Suppose if you have not repaid any of the loan, then you take a very small loan like for a mobile or for a small electronics items or some household items. You take some loan and you repay that loan. when you are availing some small loan and you repay that, then it will affect, it will increase your credit score also in the future also. When you apply for a bigger loan, then it will increase your credit score. And always try to lower your debt to credit ratio, that I have already discussed. Suppose you have a credit limit of 5 lakhs in your credit card, so don't go for maximum utilizations. You keep a benchmark, that is 30%. Within that 30%, you try to utilize that limit. Suppose you have a limit of 5 lakhs, so 30% means 1.5 lakhs. Try to utilize 1.5 lakhs or pay your bills within that limit, that is 1.5 lakhs. So that is your benchmark you create, and the industry practice is 30%. Suppose you don't want to increase your limit, then you make the 2 cards payment in a month, so that your outstanding will be less. So these are the tricks how to increase the credit score. The other is that do not apply for too many credit cards, because if you are going for applying for too many credit cards, then also it will affect your credit score. As well as do not go for multiple loan applications with different banks, or don't go for multiple inquiries or windows shopping, you can say, with different banks. So that will definitely affect your credit score. Instead of going for these inquiries, you can go for quotation search. Quotation search, that means you can go for a bank and you can ask for a quotation. What is my eligibility, loan eligibility, what is my rate of interest? That is quotation search you can go for, instead of this multiple inquiry. Then always when you get a credit score or the credit report, you make it double check. There may be some mistakes, so you go for a double check. If there is a mistake, then there is procedure. You can go to the CIBIL site, you log in it with your detailed personal information like PAN card is a must, PAN number is a must. So after giving all the details, you can create a check in the CIBIL site also. But always clear all your credit cards dues on time. Otherwise, if you delayed it, then it will create a days past due or DPD. Because DPD means days past due. How many days delayed you have made towards the repayment. So that is called DPD. So this DPD will also be reflected in your credit score. So if you are not able to clear the particular bills in a particular month or within that time period, make some repayment of a minimum amount. So suppose your total dues is 1 lakh for example, then you repay some minimum amount. So if you clear some minimum amount also, that will not affect your credit score, even though the balance amount will carry the interest. And do not settle your loans. And if you are going for settlement, it will affect your credit score very much, and it will affect negatively because if you are availed a loan and if you are going for a settlement, then definitely it will affect your score negatively and in a much bigger way. So it creates a very negativity towards your credit repayment. And the last but not the least, avoid being a guarantor. You avail the loan, but don't stood as a guarantor unless and until you believe that person who is availing the loan, because the primary borrower may default, so that creates a risk on your credit history. So because if he defaults, the primary borrower defaults, then that will also affect your credit score being as a guarantor. Then how to, these are all the points you can increase your credit score. Then how to check your scores online? You can go to the any of the information depository sites like CIBIL, Experian, Equifax, or you have to register there, or you can go to the Bank Bazaar, or there are some free website also. There you can give your credit score with free also. So this you can check the scores online also. That facility is also available. Suppose there is some errors in the credit report, that also you can raise a complaint by going to the respective site, or if any dispute arises in the report and your credit history, that also you can raise a complaint. So these are all the important points or important factors that we have discussed about the CIBIL. So definitely, if we take some precautionary measures, it will help for better availing the loans, or for getting the loans at a better terms, we can say. So definitely it will go a long way for our financial discipline also, because financial discipline is very much important in our day-to-day life also. So by this way, when you will increase your credit score, so automatically it will improve the financial discipline in your life also. So thank you. I hope that you all must have enjoyed this video and must have been benefited what is CIBIL score, so how you have how to increase it. So these are all about credit scores. In my next video, we will definitely discuss about some useful video on financial matters also. And please subscribe my channel also, don't forget. Thank you. Namaste.